Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do the Tarot Collective for today. Today is March 11th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. I heard January. When I did the collective with the crow collective, I heard April, and this time I heard January. January. We got Deck of the Undead by Hattie Thorne. You can find this at hattiethorne.com. You can find this in her Etsy shop. You guys know I love this deck. It is like my new favorite deck. I literally come into this room. I come into my studio, aka my office, and I probably look at this deck like 5 billion times. Like, I'm just like, is it still here? Is it okay? Does it need anything? Is it warm enough? I should watch zombie movies today. Ooh, I was just telling one of my friends at work. I was telling her about 28 Years Later. I'm like, I'm like, you never watched 28 Days Later? And she goes, no. I said, you should watch it. I said, it's good. But I want to watch 28 Years Later. I thought it came out already. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? I thought it came out like in January or something. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were just hyping it up for the summer. I don't know. I just know I want to see it. We got 3 on the table. Someone is quietly moving. And I don't mean like moving like, buying a new house or moving from state to state. No, I mean like we got 4 on the table. Yo. We got 5 on the table. We're gonna do 2 more shuffles. Oh, okay. One was face down. We got 5 on the table, 1 major. Someone's trying to hide it. Sorry, I told you guys a couple of weeks ago that I'm just gonna start saying stuff when I hear it because I don't want to forget. I don't want to lose it. 6 on the table. Like somebody's quietly moving. They don't want anybody to know about it. Okay, we got 7 on the table, 1 major, no reverse, last shuffle. It's like somebody had a choice, or somebody had to choose a direction, and like they're like, no, I know where I'm going. That's fitting. We got 8 with bottom of the deck, 2 major, no reverse. I'm going to set this on the box. We've got 5 of swords. Sorry, you can't really. It's a male figure over a dead body with a machete. Like everyday stuff. Queen of Wands. King of Cups. Okay, maybe if I held it here. No, it's still like too freaking dark. The Moon. King of Swords. 7 of Cups. Some of these are just dark. That's all there is to it. Knight of Pentacles. You can almost not see that one. And then bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It really doesn't matter. Like somebody's moving quietly. Somebody had a choice to make, or not even I don't know. Like, not even necessarily that they had a choice to make, like they felt like they had a choice to make. Um, they're moving quietly, like they're staying quiet about it. They're not talking about it, but they're like moving towards something. Like they made the decision, they're going in this direction, but I'm not going to talk about it. Um, I don't usually get this, and I don't usually say this, okay, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to throw it out there. With this King of Cups card, Hattie Thorne put at the bottom, because she put Oracle at the bottom, okay? It says, still waters run deep. This might be a fire sign, or you could, or not a fire sign, a water sign. You could be a fire sign. Okay. This could be a water sign. You could be a water sign. Since I said fire, you could be fire. Maybe you have both in your chart. Maybe they have both in their chart. A water sign is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, in that order. A fire sign is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, in that Oreo. In that Oreo. Maybe you like Oreos in that order. I like Oreos, even though they're probably made of shit. Then again, I eat boxes of Thin Mints by the barrel full. So, and we all know that those are contaminated with stuff. Lots and lots of additives, I'm sure, preservatives. I don't know. I feel like with the FDA, the CDC, and everything like barely running, if running at all, I feel like our food is probably more contaminated now than it ever has been. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's because the US has no standards. Other countries do, for sure. Like Coca Cola does not make their Coke for Europe like how they make their Coke for us. We literally put all kinds of crap in our Coke, and Coke in Europe is like natural. And I don't even know how that's a possibility, but it is. Make it make sense. It's because those countries care about their people somewhat. Anywho, somebody needed to hear that. I don't drink soda that much anymore. I will drink Coke, like if I have a headache. I have 3 cans of Coke in my fridge right now. If I have like a migraine where I can't like see, I feel like I'm gonna vomit. I have like I will take 3 ibuprofen and I will drink a can of Coke, and usually within 2 hours my migraine will be gone. It's probably all that cleaner that they put in the Coke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anywho, and root beer is my favorite soda. I will drink root beer all day long. I don't care what's in it. I mean, I won't drink it all day long, but I love to drink root beer. This person, when I said that they felt like they had to make a choice, whether they really needed to make a choice or not, I mean, I think that would be how would you say that? That would be like per opinion, I guess. Whoever this is, like they really they really felt like they had to make a decision between something, and it was not easy for them, like whatever this was. So like, and I'll just give you a dumb example. Like this would be somebody like coming out of college, and they got a degree in um they got a degree in business, and they minored in poetry, let's say. And they get offered this really great job working for a family friend, making 120K a year to start. The company will pay for them to move and rent them, a place for the first 6 months, something like that. And then they get offered a job to edit for a up and coming magazine in, we'll say Chicago, and the salary is about 50K a year, no moving expenses. But this person really does love like writing and poetry, even though they majored in business. Like this person really does love writing, poetry, stuff like that. So what do, right? Like, do you go with the job that gives you more money? And sorry, my hand's itching. Um, Maybe I'm gonna get money. Can I have some money? um, you gonna go with the job that gives you more money that you went to college for, or are you gonna take the job at the little magazine in Chicago that pays you less than half, but it's something that you've always loved to do? Like, am I gonna go with my head or am I gonna go with my heart? Right? Like this person felt like it was a really tough decision. Like that's why I'm saying another person might have looked at this and been like, nah, I go for the money. What are you, an idiot? Like, I go for the money. But for the person that has to make that decision, that's not easy. You know, that's not easy. You want to hear what I would do? I would go for the job with the money and set myself for 5 years working at that position and save as much money as I possibly can. And then take that job or look for another job doing what I love, editing, writing, whatever the case. And the 5 years is flexible, maybe like 5 to 10. Save as much money as you can. Obviously, life comes into play, right? You find somebody you love, you get married, you have kids, you end up living in a gutter. But, things happen. I'm just saying. This person was really hard on themselves with this Knight of Pentacles. They really were really beating themselves up about this choice. And with this King of Swords, like they didn't want to leave themselves wanting. So again, if I use that same scenario, like this person, if you looked at this and read this and looked at this card, long live the hungry. Like this person wouldn't want to keep themselves wanting. So whoever this is, they would have chosen the writing job. Like even though it was less money, they would have chosen that writing job because they would have taken the job with more money and they would have always wondered, but would I have been like happier? Who cares about the money in the long run if I'm happier, if my existence on this planet was meaningful and happy? Who gives a shit about that 70 grand a year? And you also, looking at the King of Swords, you can flip it and you can look at it from the perspective of, okay, I take the job writing because I love it and I decide that's what I want to do. Who's to say I don't stay at that job for 2 to 5 years and I'm so good at it, I'm such a great employee that I leverage that into another job in writing, editing with more money, 2 to 5 years later. Who's to say you can't do that? There's always the prospect of more. There's always the prospect of advancement. Even if you can't like vision it right away, right where you are, when you really think about it, I mean, it's very hard to find a job nowadays where there is no advancement. And that's at all levels. I mean, that's at like working at Wendy's, that's like working in my warehouse, that's like working in a hospital, like there's always room for advancement pretty much anywhere. The question is how hard are you willing to work for it? What are you willing to put in to get it? Again, whoever this, I keep looking at this 7 of Cups. Somebody felt like they really had a hard choice. It's water, cranberry juice, and a little bit of lemon. This Chariot card, bottom of the deck, driven by death, fueled by fear. So I'm just going to say something, and I don't want to ruffle any feathers if this resonates for you. So far, whoever this is, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Whoever this is, they're making their choice and they're going in that direction. So again, whether it's a job, a person, a love interest, a friend, it doesn't matter. They're going in that direction. They made their choice. That's where they're going. That is not to say that this was the best choice for this person. Was I talking about that today, or was I talking about that last night? Some situations are meant to occur in our lives. We're meant to meet certain people. We're meant to be in relationships with certain people for a lesson, a reason for a season for a reason, right? Whoever this is, it's not to say that this is actually the right choice. They feel like it is, like that they're going with their thoughts, they're going with their gut, their intuitiveness, whatever. Like they're figuring it out. They're like, okay, this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going to go. This is who I'm going to be with. This is, who I'm going to be friends with. Blah 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 blah. It's not to say that that's where they're meant to stay. It's just to say that that's the choice they made. That's where they're going. And like I said with the Chariot, they're bound and determined to go in that direction. How it ends is entirely up to that person and up to God. You co-create your existence with God. And, God just my opinion, God plans things for you. But you always have a choice to make. You always have free will. And again, some things are meant to happen for a reason. Some things are only meant to be in your life for a season. And I'm just going to be honest. If this resonates for some people, it's not the right choice. It's not the right choice. With the Five of Swords at the beginning, it says, win at what cost? For some people, they'll make this choice thinking it's the right choice at the time. And it could have been, right? It could have been. But a year, 5 years down the road, you're sitting at a job and you're thinking, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I chose this. This doesn't align with me. You're looking at your partner across the table at the restaurant and you're like, I'm not in love with this person. I have nothing in common with this person. I don't know why I'm with this person. Why did I marry this person? Why did I have kids with this person? Why did I get engaged to this person? Why did I move in with this person? Things change. People change. So what seems good at the time, it doesn't mean it's going to be good in the long term. But again, some things are just meant to be the way they're meant to be. It was funny. Yes, I don't know why I feel the need to bring this up, but I'm going to bring it up. Yesterday at work, I kept running into this young woman. Oh God, what is her name? She's got a really pretty name. I want to say Natasha, but that's not her name. I can't remember. It took me all day yesterday to remember her name, and I finally remembered her name. Anyway, her and I kept running into each other all day long. I'm upstairs. Like, you literally come into our building as an employee, when you enter the building, enter the entrance, I guess you would say. You can go into the break room, you can go into the locker room, you can go out to the warehouse. There are stairs to the left where you can go up, and you can go upstairs to the training room. If you were to go up those stairs and go up to the training room, and you were to exit the training room upstairs, that is all of Auto Store, which is where I work. There's the picking, there's packing, there's the Ram Pack machines that pack all the stuff, the robots pack the stuff. It's all up there. And she's a trainer. She's a trainer. So, but the funny thing is I hadn't seen her in months, you guys. Like when I say months, like I'm not kidding. I probably hadn't seen her in like 4 to 6 months. Like seriously. Even on like taco day when everybody comes to the main break room to get their free tacos, like haven't seen her. Haven't seen her in months. And I saw her all day yesterday and we literally kept running into each other in the hallway, by the bathroom, on the stairs, by the stairs, and we ran into each other in the break room. And she kept going like, oh my god, like you again, and I said to her, I said it's fate, I said it's destiny. She's really cute. She's really cute. I cannot remember her name, but she's really sweet. Anyway, sometimes we think things are meant to be in the moment, and it's not. Everything plays out the way it's supposed to play out, though. That's just my opinion. This person moving in silence, I mean, I think it's just somebody not really, somebody more private, not really wanting people to know like what they got going on, what they're doing. Just kind of like keeping things to themselves. If it's about a relationship, I'm just gonna say this because I'm feeling like I should say this. Um, if this is a person having to make a choice between two people, they're keeping quiet because they don't want the person that they didn't choose to know. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna let you guys take what you will from it. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if anything you were entertained. I hope everybody's enjoying their Wednesday. We got snow. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks God for the snow. And you know what's funny is it said it was supposed to start around 11, which I think it started more like 11:30 noon, but I got on my phone to look at WeatherBug and it literally says snow Saturday, Sunday, snow next Wednesday. And I'm literally sitting there looking at my phone and I said, it's going to snow on every one of my days off. Like, really? 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 Winter be over. I love April when April comes because usually April 1st, I'm like, okay, no more winter. Like, promise me no more winter. Talk to Mother Earth. I'm going to talk to Mother Earth. No more winter. Please. You know what's sad is, sorry, I totally ended the video and now I'm like running off, but um I live in the northern suburbs of Chicago, and I'm just going to say it. Winters now are not what they used to be. I remember when I was a kid, winters were crazy. Winters were snow like every other day, a foot of snow once a week, like just constant snow, constant cold. And now winters are just not like that. When people talk about, and don't get me wrong, it's still cold. Like you get cold blasts, you get those nor'easters, and we get snow, but we just do not get snow like we used to get snow, y'all. When people fight and say, "Oh no, there's no such thing as global warming," I got to be honest. Like if you're in a climate, if you're in an area where you see all four seasons and you can honestly tell me, "Oh no, I get as much snow as I always did." Um I would be shocked. I would be shocked because it does not seem the same to me, like at all. And look at it's already melting out there. I mean, we had a 70-degree day on Monday. Hello. All right. Anyway, I hope everybody's enjoying their Wednesday, and I will talk to you later. Bye.